Got it. All righty, y'all. Peaceful greetings, Islam. I am Brother Hasan Ghaziel Bey here in Morocco at Northwestern Mexham, and I'm here with my magnificent bros.
Islam, peace and love. Corey Bey, namaste.
Islam, Terrell, Tamari Bey.
Namaste and peaceful greetings to you broski doskies, and we like to welcome everyone, of course, to Eloah Raphael. That's right, it's Wednesdays. All righty. 7 Hill Stars, 7-day Tropic Medical Astro Weather Report, guys. And so we're going in now from the 16th September to the 22nd September. That's what we're about to give our diverse testimony, which compiles the full synthesis that we are going to deliver to you guys pertaining to the 16th through the 22nd September 2021. So let's just jump right into it, get started, enjoy ourselves. We have our written testimonies, and man, I'm going to just say it already, man. I see one theme I saw, man, just jump out there, and I got a feeling like when I go to share, I think I'm going to put in the description after this, the video for Microprosopis by Brother Tariq Bey. I really think that video within the first, like that 37-minute mark for part 1 is going to come in handy for a lot of people from the 16th to the 22nd. All right. So let me just go and share my screen here, actually. All right. And if I'm not mistaken, hold on. Let me think. It goes Brother Corey, Brother Terrell, and myself. Correct? So that's the order.
See.
All righty. Absolutely. So let me go and share the screen here. All righty, you guys. Here's our 7 Hill Star Astro calendar for March Aries 2021 to February Pisces 2022. Time never was when man was not, and we're quoting El-Hajj Sharif Abdul Ali doing religious corporate activity, being prophet, noble, Drew Ali. And again, we are giving our diverse testimony for the sun transiting the earth sign Virgo, the Virgin, ruled by Mercury, as it makes its ingress at 1521 and about maybe 6 seconds thereafter on the 22nd September, ingressing Tropic Libra. They're signaling what is called autumn and or fall, which is a reference, always been an astrological reference that you always grew up on, because Libra is the sun's fall sign. All righty, so the sun is exalted in Aries, but it has the dignity pertaining to fall, very much like being peregrine, away from home in Libra, the sun, right? And that's the double-headed eagle gem there being signaled, crossing from 29 degrees Virgo to 0 degrees Libra, all right? The far east. 180 degrees east longitude, right? That's all here, what they call the so-called Western Hemisphere. Libra, the air sign, represented normally by the scales, ruled by Venus. And again, we are giving our diverse testimony for the 16th through the 22nd. It goes Brother Corey Bey for the 16th, 17th. It's Brother Terrell Tamari Bey. I for the 18th and the 19th. For the 20th, it'll be Brother Terrell Tamari Bey. Tuesday for the 21st, it'll be Brother Corey Bey. And I will close on out for the solar ingress into Libra, signaling autumn for the 22nd. All right. So, guys, let's jump on right into it with our 26 testimonies. And I yield the floor to you, Brother Corey Bey. Islam.
All right, so we're looking at tomorrow from today, which is Thursday, Wednesday, September 16th, 2021. Sunrise appears to be 6:53 Yeah. And sunset at 1908. So right here we are observing the moon trine the sun, right? At 007, if you will. So the moon is 23 degrees Capricorn in the 8th house, and the sun obviously 23 degrees in the 4th in Virgo. Let's see, that my testimony for this day is that which you are manifesting or creating to better serve the living conditions of the people is harmonious with the feelings you've kept tightly hidden. Kind of the short synthesis would be that which has been hidden now comes to light or comes to surface, but particularly things that which you've kind of held tight to your chest, to your heart, if you will, about like things that you wanted to do to be of service for the greater good. It's kind of like shining light on that, and it's good energy to actually manifest or create here. Moving along, all right, into 140. All right, at 140 we have Luna is conjunct a retrograde Pluto, right? So that's all happening in the 7th house at 24 degrees Capricorn, 24 minutes. Right. So there's a strong transformative, regenerative energy presents itself here. However, one should or maybe must be in tune with their emotional or feeling body to access this transformative energy. You know what I'm saying? Some assistance may benefit. So it's kind of interesting what bro just said. He's going to tag into this because I literally wrote some assistance with that may be a class or a lecture or some type of coaching, maybe even conversation with someone you're related to, or possibly even a therapist here. So there's all types of ways to gain assistance or relate. So yeah, that's that. But there's a strong transformative energy, but it's important for you to be in tune with your bodies, so to speak, particularly the emotional, sensitive feeling body. All right. So the moon voids course here for, if my calculations are correct, the next 10 hours, 17 minutes, 33 seconds. If I'm wrong, somebody check me there. However, the moon will ingress Aquarius at 11, 23, and 33 in the 3rd house. Right? You got 11, 23, 11. Okay. I'll work with that too.
Yeah, I was just trying to, because usually, okay, I'll tell you why real quick, just sidebar, Brother Corey, not to interrupt your glorious presentation here. It's sometimes when I put in the times that we have on the calendar, it'll be at 29 degrees, 59 minutes of the preceding sign, pertaining to the preceding sign. So I do my best to adjust it by the seconds and keep it in the 369 rhythm, so to speak. All right, yeah, it's fine.
All right, straight up. So both the mental and emotional body are saying, fuck the status quo right now. You know what I'm saying? It's time to make a shift. Intuition and conscious mind, and the intuition and the conscious mind feel in sync. So that's really the vibration as the moon ingresses Aquarius here, right? And that's all really in alignment with my previous delineations as well.
Next 139 to that's almost You said 11 hours and some change. You were accurate.
Yes.
You were.
Yes. The moon is trine Mars at 1319. So the moon's in the 2nd house. Mars is in the 10th. The moon is in Aquarius. Mars is in the scales or Libra, right? So possession with a new wave of thought sparks essential acts of justice, right? So possession of or being possessed with a new wave of thought, a new way of thinking or seeing things, particularly that thought wave that is in alignment with saying, fuck the status quo. It sparks essential acts of justice. So, you thought about it. Now it's time to take action. Somebody's got to take action. Something's got to jump off here. And that's what's going on. It's gonna affect the status. There's justice and balance within that status quo.
You know what's interesting about you saying that, Brother Corey, is the fact in the 11th house and mutual reception with that Mars is Venus, and both Mars and Venus are in signs that they don't do too well in, but however, they're assisting one another in each other's signs.
Islam.
That's interesting too, you know, and by the moon being in, you know, the 11th sign and Venus actually giving that mutual reception help to what you were just saying, and your delineation just fits. I mean, your testimony just it really fits very well. It's very apropos. I yield.
Islam, moving on to 2152, bro. Our sun is trying this retrograde Pluto. So the sun is now in Virgo, all right, 24 degrees in the 5th house. And that's trine, or 120 degrees from that retrograde Pluto that's still in Capricorn, but now it's in the 9th house. So the sun, the information, or the light, right, serves to create harmony as institutions go through transformative. That's not. Let me see. Rewind. The sun, the information, or the light seems to create harmony as institutions exhibit transformation deeply within their structures. All right. So the light shining on this transformative energy helps the recreation here within that transformation. And it also that the structures of institutions are what's being transformed here. So, you know, yeah, bringing light to that, to all of that vibration. And I yield for the next brother up.
Y'all hilarious.
Brother up. Islam. All right. What do we have? We have the 17th of September, 1441 or 2021. Eloah NIL, right? This is Friday, the holy day. And the sun seems to rise. It's a 1 minute difference. So at 654. And it seems to set at 1907, 707. All right. So the first aspect we're looking at here, the moon is in Aquarius, as the brother just told you. It has an ingress into Aquarius. It's in the 8th house. It's squaring Venus and Scorpio in the 5th house. Right? So I wrote here, inherited shadows or taboos bring clarity, right? So you're clear on, you know, again, just like bro was just saying, your status. So then that's those inherited, you know, shadows or taboos, certain things that you may have inherited that's not that beneficial. So you want to, you know, get it off of you and be who you are, right? Tension with loved ones or mothers, right, will be at the forefront more than likely. So again, those inherited mental processes that some people, you know, are fixed on and holding on to, you know, you just move on. No need to, you know, debate with, you know, undesirables. Literally, you're literally wasting your time. Carrying on, 12 minutes later, the moon is still in Aquarius. The moon is now conjunct Saturn, retrograde Saturn, right? And that's the 8th house again, 8th house again. So that, you know, inherited realization or realizing what you've inherited and how you need to discipline yourself, something like that. So yeah, connection to your vast estate is clear with interest. So like, it's only clear if you're interested into it. if you really know what it is and how you're connected to it, and to, embrace it and honor it, because without those energies, you wouldn't be able to even listen to this, message at this moment, whoever you are. Right. So get to the root, right? So you want to get to the root, the radix of the foundation of life, what life is and what it is not. Truth and falsehood is strangely mixed. So, learn to distinguish the two, separate the two. 2 hours later, 214 minutes, right? Yeah, 2 hours later. Venus is squaring Saturn now. So it's pretty much the same energy, so to speak, but, it's more pertaining to values. So, again, just like bro told you about your status, no need to debate with beings on where you stand. So it's be firm and on your status, because or how you stand and who you are, and again, no need to waste your energy with or on undesirables. It's just, if they don't desire to be, connected to nature, that's not your problem. It's really not. So, listen carefully, right? Hidden acts are exposed. Yeah, so pay attention to the women and the authorities that you call authority, so to speak. And the last delineation here, another 2 hours and 41 minutes, something like that. Moon squares Uranus. Moon is still in Aquarius, 14 degrees, 27 minutes. And of course, Uranus is in Taurus, 14 degrees, 27 minutes. Right? So you want to handle your business. No overindulging, like we always tell you. Seriously. So slight or intense disruption or very unexpected news definitely may, present itself. So, don't let your emotions control you or whatnot. Just, take it as it is and, carry on. Keep your head high, soldier. Warrior, not soldier. I yield to you, Brother Hasan.
All right. Grabbing my notes here. All righty. So, guys, I have here for the 18th September 2021. All right. And you know what's funny too?
I don't know if you want to spotlight yourself, bro. Spotlight.
Brother Terrell, you had mentioned something too that I saw, and I was going to ask. I was going to wait, but then you had said it. And I think it was on the lines of knowing how to be or reconcile, knowing how to utilize or act within your inheritance, something like that. You had just kind of gave testimony on.
Yeah. What was that? That was kind of
Moon and Saturn conjunct
Saturn and Venus and Saturn. Yeah, Moon and Saturn and Venus and Saturn. Yeah.
I was really like looking at that. I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, yeah, I saw that kind of popping up and pulsing as a theme too. You know what I mean? Not as much as the assistance in breathing or whatever from lecture. However, that's a part of it though, actually, because one cannot comprehend unless they have a viable breathing exercise or artful breathing exercise. So it's like to hear you guys give testimony to that. It's like, hey man, this stuff is like spot on. Like it really is, right?
It's I felt that same way when Brother Corey's one of his testimonies said something about status, and one of my testimonies definitely is for the 20th. I definitely wrote something about status, so it's like it's definitely that clarity on standing firm, so to speak.
Islam. All right, so without further ado, for the 18th September 2021, we have Luna trine Mercury at 0136 minutes thereafter. However, this is Luna transiting Aquarius, and it will ingress into Pisces on this day, also on the 18th. Sunrise for the 18th is 0655 minutes thereafter. Sunset 1900 hours and 5 minutes thereafter. And Luna is in Aquarius in the 8th house in the 26th lunar mansion, 120 degrees in aspect to, that's trine, Mercury in Libra in the 4th house in the 16th lunar mansion. And I bear testimony, alrighty, stating that harmonious communication shared at home in joint service to one another employs and fosters beneficial relations in perpetuity. Alrighty, so you get to set things in order where it creates a generational countenance that is, taught generation after generation, due to you establishing it with this energy here for the 18th. All right, and again, that is Luna and Buddha, Chandra and Buddha trine, right? So Luna and Mercury trine. So next, at 0514 minutes and about 17 seconds thereafter, where Luna makes its last aspect before going void of course and ingressing Pisces, Luna is conjunct Jupiter, alrighty, and they are both conjunct in Aquarius in the 6th house and the 26th lunar mansion within the astrological area, and also conjunct, there's some major conjunctions here. It's exactly conjunct Sadal Saud, which is the second brightest star in the constellation Aquarius, which kind of, deals with trouble and disgrace. Alrighty, so at the same time, maybe that can be mitigated in a way where healthy time management. This is my testimony, and I bear witness, bear testimony, stating that healthy time management, shared and balanced between artful breathing and erudite studies at home. Alrighty, so that's where you can mitigate a lot of trouble and or disgrace with anything really. With you having a viable time management where you can balance both your artful breathing practices, and artful breathing is another way that I'm saying spirituality, and your erudite studies, because they go hand in hand, so that you can be able to be who you need to be as far as on your pathway to ascension. And again, that is for Luna and Jupiter conjunct in the 6th. In the 26th lunar mansion in Aquarius. All right. And then 11 hours, 8 minutes and 8 seconds, approximately later, we have Luna ingressing Pisces. All right. And it's within the 26th lunar mansion where Luna is ingressing Pisces. All right. And so again, Luna is in Pisces in the 1st house in the 26th lunar mansion. And I bear testimony stating that securely initiating self via employing artful breathing. So you may find yourself going into self-studies. I feel that the energy pertaining to self-determination is very strong this cycle, also between the 16th and the 22nd. I really think that's really the core pertaining to the theme is self-determination. And again, securely initiating self via employing artful breathing. So that's where I would be, like I said, in the link in the description, I'll leave a link in the description for the video for Micro Precipice by Brother Tariq Bey. So around the 37-minute mark is where he goes into this very effective breathing exercise that you all can enjoy, when you wake up, before you go to rest, and before you study also, or, do any work. So it's very awesome to check that out. And that's what the delineation for Moon ingressing Pisces, kind of gave you there. All right, and that's all that I have for Saturday. I'm going to go into Sunday, guys. I have the 19th September 2021 also. And on this day, Luna is transiting Pisces all the way. All right. Sunrise is 0656 minutes thereafter. Sunset is 1904 minutes thereafter. All right. And a lot of good fortune and long-lasting happiness kind of happening here. However, ones may have to be patient to see that, considering the degrees that we're looking at here. And we have Luna and Pisces in the 4th house in the 27th lunar mansion, in harmony with a 120-degree aspect that's trine to Venus, right? And Scorpio in the 1st house in the 18th lunar mansion. And I bear testimony stating that recently read home gardening articles are acknowledged to be in harmony with ancestral gardening suggestions. Again, recently read home gardening articles are acknowledged to be in harmony with ancestral gardening suggestions. All right. And again, that's for Luna trine Venus. Next, on the 19th at 1826 minutes thereafter, we have Luna and Uranus retrograde within a growth and opportunity aspect pertaining to sextile. And it's also rather interesting. I'm gonna, did I get to Arcturus yet? No, that's the next one on the 22nd. I can't wait till I get there. Anyhow, we have Luna and Pisces still in the 1st house though, in the 27th lunar mansion, 60 degrees in aspect, that's sextile, to a Uranus retrograde in Taurus in the 2nd house in the 4th lunar mansion. And I bear testimony stating that employing shared values possessed from the group provide an opportunity for self-growth during artful breathing at home. Again, that microprosopis video was the flash that came to my mind, all right, when doing these testimonies, all right, when contemplating upon these testimonies, all right, and making my considerations. And with that being the final testimony for Sunday, 19 September 2021, I now yield the floor to Brother Terrell Tamari Bey. Islam?
Islam. Alrighty. We got the 20th of September, 1441. Gabriel. Gabriel. Yes. All right, the sun seems to rise. It's a 1 minute difference again, so 0657 minutes, and it sets at 1902. So it's a 5 minute difference from Friday, 17th. All right. What are we looking at? The first aspect is the moon in Pisces. It is conjunct Neptune in Pisces. It's pretty cool, and it's in the 6th house, which is also pretty cool. I thought this was an interesting aspect. Neptune is retrograde too. Yeah, so this is a great time to really trust your intuitive, thought processes, really, and like develop that or let that seed grow, so to speak, and develop that skill, right? Consciously dissolving falsehoods for the benefit pertaining to self and humanity. Like literally, once you get it, you can just, assist someone else who cares about themselves enough to also get it and, help, their neighbor instead of, doing the opposite. So yeah, your opportunity to trust your intuit is here. So, handle that, come to terms with your inconstancies, build your character, right? Moving on to 1245. I have 2 aspects for 1245. Let's get to it. The moon still in Pisces. Wow, that's okay. The moon in Pisces, 24 degrees, 22 minutes, sextiles Pluto and Capricorn. 24 degrees, 22 minutes. 4th house, 2nd house. The moon's in the 4th house. Pluto's in the 2nd house. Pluto is retrograde. You feel everyone's pain, right? Whoa. It's horrible what I wrote. Okay, so realizing the importance pertaining to your status is key, right?
So realizing, who you are, and again, how you stand firmly and at the height that you stand at, that's important. Let no one put their spirit on you. Let no one put their spirit on you. And again, let no one put their spirit on you. So again, you have the opportunity to intuitively connect and transform your mindset, to just change your mind so you can see things according to, the natural way instead of how you were indoctrinated to see things. That's at the forefront for this cycle that we're speaking on. Moving on. 1853. Right, so Mercury is in Libra. 23 degrees, 32 minutes. That's interesting. Reverse. It's trining Jupiter retrograde. 23 degrees, 32 minutes. Reverse. All right, so, reconcile ignorance, let the truth speak. That's again, we're dissolving the falsehoods and, releasing dogmatic, indoctrinated concepts. You know how that goes. So, go on a trip, maybe that's local, but, it may be like a good distance away from where you domicile, This may be a good time to do that alone too. So again, and trust your intuition on this trip too. Like just get lost, so to speak, but not really, So this would be the realization that you are the savior that you're waiting for, just based on when you start trusting yourself, right? Yeah, and get into astrology too. Like look into the astrology societies or whatever on this day here. Like challenge astrology to the best of your ability, and astronomy and geometry. Like literally come to that conclusion for yourself, right? Moving on. Islam. 1955, moon is still in Pisces. We're going through that whole transit with Pisces, right? With the moon. The moon in Pisces still, 28 degrees, 13 minutes. It's opposing or reflecting the sun in Virgo, 28 degrees, 13 minutes, 6th house, 12th house, right? So this is really just, again, that realization that you're just literally born wealthy, so to speak. Like it's clear, right? So good time to come to terms with what's needed to keep your health and mental health above water. You don't want to drown, right? Give yourself too much of what you don't need. Again, you don't want to overindulge. That's a discipline that can be at the forefront, And again, like brother told you about breathing, you may realize how that's so essential when you consciously breathe and, hold your inhale to the best of your ability and let it out when you feel like you have to, right? Let it all out, right? So that's key. Also a great time to release what no longer benefits you. That's what I wrote too. So, this is the full moon, so you can see clearly on what needs to go, shed your skin, right? My last aspect is the moon ingressing into Eddies. It's going to be void, right? So it goes void at 1915. Was it like 1956 or whatever, roughly, right? So for 3 hours and 18 minutes, the moon will be void to 2313. That's 3 hours and 18 minutes, right? So, moon is in the 10th house. Just realizing who you are. Nationality is the order of the day. That's what I wrote. So it's just like, again, the status thing, being who you are, what your mother manifest. So now, you can be the extension of that. You're not compelled to, her process, so to speak. You can create what is best for you, whatever that is, as long as you're not harming anyone. That's the number one rule. We should all know that, right? So I yield to
shopping Sunday. Do all your shopping Sunday because you're gonna
Yes.
any purchase between 9:50. Okay, that's 19:55. I thought it was 9:55.
No, but
okay,
no. But I was gonna say though, it's like you may not even want to you may not really want to spend that weekend. Just chill, like seriously, because it's an 11-hour void that Brother Corey brought up. So that's just like, just relax.
Yeah, it's only 3 hours, 18 minutes. You definitely don't want to order food on it. There's times where people will probably order some food.
Yeah.
Your order's going to suck.
Yeah. The cook is not going to be someone who puts love into that food. Okay.
Yeah. Order all your food way before 7 o'clock. But anyway. All right. I yield, bro. Go ahead. Do you think, bro?
Islam. No, that's my last. That's it. I'm done. That's I have passed the ball to
Islam Tuesday. I got Tuesday.
Corey.
Yes. Yep, it definitely.
Islam Tuesday.
I knew it. I just, I had
to. Moon is in Aries. Sunrise 6:58. Sunset 1900. All right. Right here we're observing the moon opposing Mars. So we got the moon hanging out in the 7th house at 4 degrees Aries and Mars at 4 degrees Libra in the 1st. One may be reflecting with those which they relate about the acts pertaining to justice for the all and how it directly experience each one or each single unit. So reflecting on the balance and the law and acting on the law or the self-law, right? And really reflecting on that with others in this energy. Islam. Next up, we have the moon or Luna sextile Saturn here. Saturn's retrograde in the 2nd house, 7 degrees Aquarius. Luna's still in Aries, 7 degrees in the 4th. All right. So here my testimony is that the heads of household may feel compelled to take the opportunity to transact for some essential items for the home. So it's a good time to act on that, right? That's it. That's my testimony, and that I'm sticking to it. Islam, I yield the floor.
All right, Islam, bro. I appreciate you, brothers. All right, we're getting into the final day for this cycle, last but not least, for this particular cycle, guys, and we're jumping into the 22nd September 2021. This is the day that Sol ingresses Libra, the sun ingresses Libra, therefore marking the autumnal equinox, where it is equal day and equal night. And interestingly, check it out. Even though Mercury squares Pluto here in the first delineation, the first testimony, check out the sunrise and sunset, guys. Luna is transiting Aries on the 22nd. However, sunrise is 0659 minutes thereafter. And for it to be an equal 12-hour day pertaining to sunlight, that means that sunset is at 1859. So it is actually remarkable to see that reflected in the sunrise and sunset time. So equal daylight and equal night for the 22nd September 2020. And I will get to that ingress. Actual ingress into Libra happens at 1521 minutes and 6 seconds thereafter, which you would recognize as 3:21 p.m. Eastern time. All right, 3:21 post-meridian Eastern. So let's get into this one here with Mercury and Pluto quartile, right? So we have Mercury in Libra in the 12th house in the 16th lunar mansion in 90 degrees aspect to Pluto in Capricorn in the 3rd house in the 23rd lunar mansion. And I bear testimony stating that employing brotherhood principles challenges one to overcome the entitlement obstacle, though one is rightful heir or heir apparent. I'm gonna read that one more time. Employing brotherhood principles, really employing the love, truth, peace, freedom, justice principle, challenges one to overcome the entitlement obstacle, though one is rightful heir or heir apparent. And that's for Mercury quartile, Pluto. And next at 1521 minutes and 6 seconds thereafter, we have the sun ingressing Libra. So the sun is now in its fall sign. It'll be at its lowest energy, so to speak, in the zodiac once it hits 19 degrees. So about 19 days after the 22nd is when the sun is at its lowest point as far as energy. Its highest point is 19 degrees Aries, which is the exaltation. It's at full, quote unquote, debility, as I would say, at 19 degrees Libra. So here we go. The sun is in Libra in the 8th house. It's making, from here near the East Coast, it's making an 8th house Libra ingress in the 15th lunar mansion. And I bear testimony stating that creatively relating our inheritance in order to remove convolutions and confusions. We are creatively relating our inheritance in order to remove convolutions and confusions. There's going to be a lot of, I can see clearly now, going on. And again, that's for the sun ingressing Libra in the 8th house, 15th lunar mansion. Was your autumnal equinox. Continuing, we have Luna and Jupiter in sextile at 1942 minutes thereafter. Luna is in Aries in the 1st house in the 2nd lunar mansion, 60 degrees in aspect to Jupiter in Aquarius in the 11th house in the 26th lunar mansion. And I bear testimony stating that erudite, artful breathing gained from the group or the internet provides an opportunity for one to grow during self-contemplation. Again, Michael Prosopis was ringing in my ears. And that was the 3 times for me within the cycle between the 16th to the 22nd. And again, erudite, artful breathing gained from the group provides an opportunity for one to grow during self-contemplation. Luna, sextile, a retrograde, Jupiter. Luna squares a retrograde Pluto at 2137 minutes thereafter. Now bear testimony stated for Luna in Luna in Aries in the 12th house in the 2nd lunar mansion, and Pluto in Capricorn in the 9th house in the 23rd lunar mansion. The testimony I bear states, obstacles in comprehending ancestral medicinal remedies are overcome when comprehending one's own garden. Again, obstacles in comprehending ancestral medicinal remedies are overcome when comprehending one's own garden. And that, again, is for Luna squaring a retrograde Pluto. And lastly, my final testimony, at 2205 minutes thereafter, we have Luna and Mercury in a reflection aspect pertaining to 180 degrees. Luna's in Aries in the 12th house in the 2nd lunar mansion, 180 degrees in aspect to Mercury in Libra in the 6th house in the 16th lunar mansion. And I bear testimony stating, It is good to trust one's own garden and related spiritual exercise to how one communicates one's practice health regimen. Again, it is good to trust one's own garden and related spiritual exercise to how one communicates one's practice health regimen. So it's, if you're sitting, you're considering what it is that you do, and instead of taking what you may theorize on and what you practice health-wise, you may come across someone, you may have a conversation, and you may be prompted to give advice in that conversation, and it will, 9 times out of 10, that advice will be viable based on the fact that, you know, you're communicating what it is that you do. All right, well, this is what I do for myself, so this is what I try. So according to my own health regimen, I don't know if that'll work for you, but you could try it and do some research. Like, it'll be that kind of conversation. So that there, it's interesting because that is a 6th and 12th house opposition. Thank you to my magnificent bros and all of you joining us to give our diverse testimony to provide this synthesis for the 16th through the 22nd, September 2021, for our 7 Hill Star Astro Calendar, March Aries 2021 to February Pisces 2022. Time never was when man was not. We're quoting again El Hajj, Sharif Abdul Ali, doing religious corporate activity, being Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Gratitude to you all and peace be unto you. And never forget, guys, go on to 7hillstar.com, right? Join our email list, subscribe. You can get the wonderful emails and offers that we send out. We'll be sending out more coming out during these cycles to come. You know, people will be a little more in home, doing a little less travel. So we'll be providing some fun little activities online also for you guys to just get you interested in astrology even further, just for yourself and your loved ones, so that you can do some real governing at home. All right. So join that email list. And guys, remember, while we're doing this, guys, when you come and check us out every Wednesday and we're doing this community service, guys, see how these transits are really affecting you personally. And we'll put these transits within your own personal natal chart and provide you a calendar and the transits for 365 days. From the time that you get it on to 365 days later, we'll give you a full year 7 Hill Star Astro Calendar and Transits Report, 180 units in lieu of lawful money. Alrighty, for your eleemosynary tuition for that, because it is an AstroLiteracy, alrighty, product for you to do your self-study. And that is more than feasible of an exchange for your eleemosynary tuition. Never forget, guys, also, you can get your sound font development done through us, and also public relations via, I think, Illuminance for the public relations. And you guys can check us out. You already know. The 3 of us, I, Brother Terrell, and Brother Corey, in some way, shape, or form, are active in music. All right. So you can get voiceovers and written songs and, you know, instrumentals, things of that nature for your business. All right. You can also check out Brother Jag, Brother Corey, and myself. We all have our individual AstroLiteracy readings. We're here to eagerly provide what you guys need for yourselves. The JaguarSolar AstroLiteracy review, 90 units in lieu of lawful money for your eleemosynary tuition. The AstroCore AstroLiteracy review with Brother Corey is 90 units in lieu of lawful money also. Then Who Am I and What's My Purpose reading, and it's the same thing, you guys. 9 times out of 10, when people come for readings anyway, they're like, yeah, I want, you know, whatever kind of reading. They'll say, who am I, what's my purpose, and then really be like, look, man, I really want astrolocality, but I didn't see it on the website. It's like, well, it's coming. We'll have that and love and all these other things or whatever. I'm pretty sure, you know, Brother Jag and Brother Terrell, you guys had, you know, in your experiences and your travels, you know, people know you're an astrologer and they'll ask you questions, and it's like, okay, that's totally different from what I can provide, what I'm offering. But if that's all you want, sure, yeah, I can do that. That's no problem. You know what I'm saying? So that's how that goes. Mirror sessions, guys, of course, 153 notes in lieu of lawful money. You will not be disappointed. just had a marvelous one just this past Moon Day. And never forget, guys, get your hands when you go to really want to study your astrology off the break. Astrology 101 Workshop 2020 Google Drive archive. Also within it has a treat pertaining to the Prophet Noble Drew Ali University AstroCivics Community Meetup, the first one that is. So you're only going to transact for the 5 videos. That's 5 times 27, which is 135 units in real lawful money. And I'm guaranteeing you will not be disappointed, guys. And we're finishing up our 7 Hill Star Astrology AstroLiteracy Sessions Protocol Certification Workshop Intensive. We've completed cycle 9. We have 10, 11, and 12 to go. We will be completed on the 3rd October. And that is still available for you guys also in all of these other illustrious classes that have been provided also here. You guys can sign up for them and they are archived for your email to be added to. All right, and guys, remember you can get your featured products also for free literature. That's there also, as well as the Little Star Seeds Astro Literacy set for the Alamos Nurse Tuition now for 30 units in lieu of lawful money, and still the Astro Calendar is provided also, still 36 units in lieu of lawful money for the nostalgia and the custom make of it. You guys also know we still also provide you a means to cash your own chart on your own, provided you would like to. However, we get compensated not for whatever charts are there. That's a totally different company. We just are hosting their widget. That is all. All right. And with that being said, I thank you all for joining us. We had amazing, marvelous time listening to the light classical music. Let me let's go. All right. Why am I hearing myself twice? What's going on? How is that even possible? 2 seconds. All right. Now I shouldn't hear myself twice anymore. My apologies, guys. That means I can hit the button over there. All righty. So, my magnificent bros, any questions, comments, and or suggestions, man? Any announcements that you guys have? Anything you guys want to add before we go?
It would be great to it would be great to, get your 4-year transit report. That would benefit you a lot. I tell you, yes, and be yourself too, of course.
Absolutely. Be yourself and donate. Like, I mean, it's funny too, man. Like when you really, have it yourself, you know what I mean? And like I said, I'm going to actually, I got some things in order as far as gifts for the bros anyway, in lieu of brotherhood, so to speak, just shedding some things so some things can actually be seen within your own yearly transit report, and then you're gonna be like, oh, whoa, I do see it. I mean, because you guys already know you can cash your own, you have software, however, I noticed something. It's that long handle spoon effect. Instead of me trying to use my long handle spoon to feed myself, it's like, all right, I have what you need, and then you got what I need, and then we can feed, one another in that sense. Because I think that's an element that's really missing from our communities, especially those that are coming to the truth pertaining to their nationality and birthrights. But however, I meant to say, however, they do not have the camaraderie and brotherhood within their mindset and at their foundation. So that's kind of just what I usually kind of looking at and analyzing. It's like, I can see that's what's kind of missing. However, it is what it is. But with that being said, thank you, Brother Terrell and Brother Horary, again for a marvelous presentation for our 7-day Tropic Medical Astro Weather Report. And I look forward to us doing this again next cycle. And that's about it, guys. Enjoy yourselves. You brothers rest well and recharge well. And remember, guys, be yourself and donate. All right, y'all. Thank you all so much. Namaste. Islam. Peace and love.